That's the wet and warm, I say.
I mean, that's a loaded question.
You hit me with that rock.
Okay. Maybe, can we edit that out?
I was free shitting. It was fine. This wine's really good.
We need a baby.
Okay, no, we can have a fight on the air. That's fine. That's fucking fine.
Self-checkout, that's your fault.
It's like the Hitler stash. Just above their nose.
I mean, you could have gone pre-dev, but okay.
This is where the man sits.
Maybe, can we edit that out? Who do you love? Me. You know why? Because you're not living on the streets.
Just talking to the dogs. Not talking to me. Could be talking to me.
Okay, you have to stay still because you're rocking me. It's like a carnival in here.
Okay, and we're live.
Hey, it's one thing leads to another. What's up?
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, what's up? That's crazy.
We're back and we have more energy than ever.
Oh, I'm so stoked to be here.
I just want to thank my family, my friends, and everyone that's ever so part of me.
Want to get a shout out to Big Dubs over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
and
here.
a Big Ben. You know what I mean?
Big
What's
Ben.
up, Big Ben?
Big Ben and Small Ben.
No, we're pretty tired. But you know what is even better?
What's even better?
Is what's that thing you get when you're overtired? You're
Delirious.
yeah. Woo! That's me. So
Yes, okay.
we've had a lot happen. We had a visitor this weekend,
Eventful.
and it was my beautiful sister.
Aw.
Who I love so much. I hugged her while she and I were both crying, and she was naked, and we'll leave it at that. So that's what we did.
Yep.
But no, it was a good time.
Yeah.
The whole entire weekend.
I was hiding for that portion, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Well, that'd be weird if you're watching us hug while
That
my
would-
sister was naked. Weirdo.
I'm not going to say anything.
All I gotta say, siblings. High five to all my siblings out there.
High
you
five
know?
to the Sibs.
To the sibs. Anyone that's got a sib, you understand. There's moments that you have with that sib. And that's the only other person that knows your craziness.
Yeah.
And you share that crazy. It's a good time. Plus, it's around the holidays, so I feel like we always have to cry around the holidays at some point.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for you.
So
Let it out.
now I've let it out, and now I can go all the way until next year without crying.
Well, you know, I just told the story recently, probably to you, that me and my brother, we're 10 years apart. We're close, but we live far away. We're distant in space and time. He lives in a different state. We're 10 years apart.
And he actually doesn't live in this time period. He lives in a black hole somewhere.
Yeah.
Beyond, because Marty's lying. He doesn't actually have a brother.
How dare you? I have a brother.
You know, I met this one guy the one time that came to town with like your niece and nephew.
Don't put quotation marks on my family.
But I'm pretty sure Justin is your mom's brother. And
You know what? That'd be some real Mexican shit right there. That's what they do sometimes.
And she claimed him as her own because her mom couldn't bear the fact to let her, I mean, I love you, Nana. But her mom couldn't bear the fact to tell the family that she had another child with another man.
So
then came Justin.
about, I don't know,
So he's really your cousin.
6 years ago,
Or your uncle. Is that, yeah, he'd be your uncle.
we had like a heart-to-heart talk, and I was like, I love you, man. And he's like, I love you. And I was like, we'll always be brothers. We'll always be close.
Always uncle and nephew.
Fuck you. And he's like, you know, one thing I always felt bad about was that you weren't best man at my wedding. And I
well,
go,
that's because you were his nephew.
Justin,
That's weird.
I didn't like her anyways. It's fine. And we had a good laugh. And it was all good. It's all good.
I'm sorry, I ruined your story.
It ended with them in divorce. And that's okay.
And it's true. No one really liked her.
I mean, she was okay. She just got a little...
Well, there was...
but everyone gets a little... Sometimes.
We saw these cards. So my sister and me and my Aunt Julie were out shopping.
Chapping.
And we saw these cards that said, I didn't like her anyway, and I didn't like him anyway. And they're supposed to be family cards. So if someone shows up and says they broke up with so-and-so, then they would basically give him that card.
That's pretty good.
I think it's pretty great.
It's pretty nice.
Clever, like my little.
That actually
baby.
happened to my cousin, Jojo. I remember when...
Oh, that guy was a tool, though. And
Yeah,
everyone
fuck
that
him.
went to Rev
But
will know that he's a tool.
at this time, no one thought he was a tool when they first split. When they first split up, I will leave his name out of this. But when they first split up,
Why, he's a loser.
Jesus, dogs. When they first split up, everyone started telling her. Well, okay, I'll preface it with what I told her. She goes, "We're taking a break. We're not together."
Yeah.
And I go, "Fuck that guy." And she goes, "Oh my God, everyone's been saying that." And she goes, "I know you're joking." And I was like, "Hi, yeah, I'm joking." But she's like, "It's weird. As soon as you break up with someone, it's like everyone comes out of the woodwork like, he's a piece of shit. Fuck him."
Mm-hmm. It's true.
And then it turned out he was a piece of shit, so fuck him.
True that.
But life happens. You live, you learn.
You're lucky I'm blanking on his last name right now because I'd say it.
I know you would. You'd blurt it out, and I'd have to come back and fucking edit that shit.
Edit it out.
Because then all of a sudden we'd be like, "Oh, you're getting sued." We got.
Or what do I say?
We got.
Can you edit that out?
Don't quote yourself.
But it was so funny.
Oh my God. We got taken off of YouTube.
Self checkout. That's your fault.
They'll take your video off YouTube or audio. We just have our audio on YouTube right now. And they took us off. Amanda's so jittery and excited right now. I don't know why.
I want to rip Pony's head off. He's so cute. I just love fur under my hands.
I don't know what we played. We referenced something the other day. Music. We sang something. Anyways, they took us off for YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube's real strict though.
God.
They're nuts.
They're so ridiculous.
They don't let shit fly. Oh, it's his little squishy tummy that makes you just want to rip his guts out.
Just take his rolls and bite it. He's squishy.
He's going to get mad at me.
He looks he's not happy. He's comfortable, but when you mess with him, his eyes like shift back and forth.
Let's rub your fur.
What's wrong, Pony?
I'm sorry. I love you. I won't do it. What else?
Dogs are all amped up.
It's because I'm all amped up.
Finally got a new phone because my shit was broke.
Pony's trying to make out with my face.
Just make out with him, babe.
Sorry. You have to lay down, though. If you're going to be in the chair, you got to lay down.
And last night, I come home from work. I go down to the basement to work out. I'm doing push-ups, and I go, "Hey, it's a little wet over here."
It's cool.
And half of the room had a substantial amount of water in it from the water heater that was leaking all over the place.
Like,
so we are getting that replaced.
well, what's even cooler is that there was this box that...
That's the best part.
yeah, it's the best part. There's boxes.
Best
There's
part
one box
waking up.
that has a bunch of weird shit in it because I didn't know what to do with it, and it was like all the landlord stuff. So, and it was like bits and pieces, like door handles and
Light bulbs.
and or not even light bulbs. It's like what are those fixtures?
Outlets.
There's outlet fixtures. There's other
outlet,
fixtures. There's
Face plates.
yeah, and then there's just like a bunch of random little things like where you would put the casing in for recessed lighting, stuff like that.
Yeah, there's some can lighting in there. And
so I threw it all in this box because I just didn't know what to do with it. And there was also some papers, so I threw all of that in there too. And then that box got wet, and I don't know what to do with it.
Everything's soggy.
And then there's another box in there that got wet. And thankfully, because I'm worried about black mold and apparently Marty isn't, I went through and took out all of these really well-wrapped glasses that when I was packing them, Madison and I packed them. Remember, I told her how to pack them correctly and put the paper inside of it and roll it. And I would use a massive sheet of paper for each glass.
Yeah, you were like a Japanese sweatshop.
I really regret
instructor.
doing that because when you have to unwrap really soggy paper, what? How many glasses do you think that was?
There's at least 40 in there.
So like 40 glasses I had to unwrap. And then I had to take those 40 glasses and walk them up probably, 8 at a time.
Yeah.
And I would walk them
up the stairs.
8 at a time up the stairs. So that was fun. I did that tonight.
It was soggy.
It was definitely soggy. And the box is still in there. So
hey, you know what?
We're going to do that after the podcast tonight.
First world problems, still problems.
Oh, for sure.
So.
I don't want to do that shit.
Fuck that.
When I get off of work, do you think I want to do that?
Yeah.
You don't want to do it. You do this shit all day.
I don't want to do shit. I was
Not for it.
I was doing the math, and I was like, I have 4 hours of free time, basically, from the time I get off work at home.
Let's face it, it's 5. We never.
I know we never go to bed at 9.
That's That's for the.
But that's when I give myself the time. 9 o'clock's like,
What's that
I
saying?
need to wind down.
That's for the cows. That's for the pigs.
That's for the Mexicans.
That's for the birds. It's birds.
That shit's for the pelicans.
Yeah, shit's for the pigeons. It's fucking pigeon. Cool.
There's a guy up north.
Both of them looked at me.
When I saw the dog's heads, they're like, what?
Is there a pigeon in here?
I saw a bird.
Cool.
There's a giant pigeon coop in this guy's backyard where I'm working up north by Francis.
Is he the one that's selling them on Craigslist for like 15 a pop or something?
It's off of Madison Street. Shout out to Madison.
Medicine.
There's
Medicine.
Does he sell? Do you see someone selling birds?
Yeah, there's someone selling carrier pigeons on
No fucking way.
Craigslist. I swear to God. And he's got like a bunch of them, and I was like, "Who the fuck wants to buy a rat with wings?"
This guy's got like thousands of pigeons.
He's probably the same guy that was a bum in that house that is just on stilts, that has all the pigeon shit inside of it.
His house looks decent.
Is that pigeon shit?
There's pigeon shit everywhere. He gave me a cup of tea. I did not ask for milk, and that was creamy.
Pigeon shit.
Pigeon shit.
That's really strong.
Name of my first album.
That's a lot.
You want to switch me out?
No.
Catch me outside?
Do you want that?
Yeah, I'll have some.
I just need help. Usually I pour a lot less than that. I don't pour that much. I let it get real watery.
2 fingers.
Ugh.
And then I pour a little in the glass.
I hate it. I don't like it. I don't like that laugh.
Boing.
Not my favorite. Boing is right. Hey, what are you guys doing in there?
Hey. What are you doing there? Licking at the water.
Don't lick the water.
Hi. Would you still love me if I laughed like that?
No.
Really? Like, I'm the same person, but every
We
time I
laugh
laugh...
too much. There'd be no way.
Every time I...
I can take Seth Rogen's laugh. That I can take.
See, fuck that.
I can't take that. I don't like high pitch.
Oh, that's
It's
what
got to be low.
So it's like...
Yeah, I'd like that. That'd be funny. Oh my God. I forgot to tell you last night. So I went to this contractors. I'm part of the AGC here in Spokane. And they're the General Contractors Association.
Oh?
Or Association of the General I don't know. Whatever. Either way. So I met this lady, and last night she has the best nervous laugh because once you get talking to her, it's not as prominent.
Changes.
But it sounds like Ron from fucking Parks and Recreation, but girl version. Yeah, 100%. And she goes,
Oh my God.
and I was like, oh my God. Like way more like loopy though.
What was that
It
shit?
Like
So last night, because of all the shit was going down, my phone's broken. I need to set it up. Trying to figure out this leak on the water heater. Mm-hmm. So I'm going unscrewing everything and trying to see if it needs Teflon tape and all that shit.
Yeah.
Pipe dope.
And dishes need to be washed. I need a shower.
There's a lot going on.
Fucking can't use any of the hot water.
Long story short, we were going to make a pot pie. We're getting a different kind of pie. Domino's. Mm-hmm. Amanda ordered us some pizza.
I was like, I'm done and I'm not going to cook. So we're doing pizza.
But I hear she's on the phone and she's like, yes, large. And then she just starts laughing.
I'm going to keep it together.
And then like throughout this normal conversation, nothing funny is being said. It's like, oh, do you have the garlic bread? And she's laughing. I'm like, what? And then as she gets off the phone, and what was this guy doing?
So every time I would say something, he'd go, a cat. And I was like I can't.
Did he have like an accent?
No.
So he's talking normal, like talking.
It sounded